You see, I'm gonna tell you something. They always want you to, you know what these rappers, all these singers, all these big rappers y'all look up to? They always tell you what the good part about, but they never tell you what the bad part. And that's crazy, man.
A luxury island mansion, a private jet, a music mogul, and a young artist who left with more questions than answers. One whispered name keeps showing up: Diddy. YK Osiris didn't just disappear from the spotlight, he escaped it. And now he is revealing dark details that might explain what really happened in Jamaica and why so many others never speak. Before we dive in, here's a thought. What would it take for you to walk away from fame? Drop your take in the comments. The truth might be darker than any headline. What if one of hip-hop's most powerful names flew to an island and left with more secrets than he came with? Diddy's unexpected trip to Jamaica wasn't part of a press tour or music rollout. It was quiet, closed off, and deeply curated. No official media invited, but several rising artists were reportedly flown in on private jets. One local source said there were cameras, but no coverage. That's not just a red flag, that's a black curtain. When high-profile names gather in secret, the question isn't what's being filmed, it's what's being hidden. Don't mistake silence for safety. YK Osiris didn't drop names, but his words hit like warning shots. In a tense Instagram live, he called out fake love from high places and said, "This game's got demons in nice suits." He never said Diddy, but fans quickly put two and two together, especially when Osiris hinted at mentors who manipulate. He warned about accepting every invite, no matter how glamorous. Just 'cause it looks like a blessing, he said, doesn't mean it's not a trap. That kind of statement doesn't come from nowhere. Saw something and it rattled him. Hours after a late-night shoot in Jamaica, one up-and-coming rapper vanished. A respected Jamaican producer posted that the artist never made his flight back, never checked out. His Instagram was wiped. His phone, dead. Family, no response. And then just 2 days later, Diddy leaves the island in silence. No one asking questions. No investigation. No headlines. When talent disappears and power walks away untouched, you have to wonder, was something erased or buried? Ain't love, it's leverage. Sometimes the most chilling cover-up is no cover story at all. Cassie's shocking lawsuit painted Diddy as a master manipulator, accusing him of years of coercion, violence, and control. Although it was quietly settled within a day, it ignited massive scrutiny of his past relationships and business ties. YK Osiris, without naming her, said she wasn't the only one caught up. "Now I pray for peace." That phrase shook fans and insiders. He added, "What they do behind doors." If Cassie's story opened the floodgates, Osiris is showing what still lurks beneath the surface. Silence might have settled the case, but not the truth. There's a circle in the industry few dare to mention: powerful, untouchable, and deeply insulated. Osiris called it out indirectly, saying, "I used to want their approval." He didn't just walk away from fame, he walked away from something darker. Insiders whisper that these top-tier circles don't just gatekeep, they control careers, narratives, even silence. And when someone speaks up, the consequences are invisible but devastating. Fame isn't free. It's leased by people who own the building. Think twice about what success really costs. There's a growing theory in hip-hop that success comes with a ritual price. From mansion parties to island getaways, whispers of bizarre tests and humiliations have surfaced for years. Osiris dropped a bomb when he said, "They make you give up more than your talent. It's a pattern." That's not metaphor, it's a warning. Multiple artists, from Kanye to Usher, have alluded to strange, secretive gatherings. Power plays often hide behind smiles and contracts. The glitter isn't gold, it's bait. Guard your integrity before signing anything. One person speaking out could be drama, but when multiple artists, Casey, Maze, Usher, and now Osiris, describe nearly identical stories of isolation, manipulation, and sudden silence. They sign you with one hand and muzzle you with the other. YK Osiris said, "I felt like I was owned. Until I stopped being scared." He's not the first to use that word. Across decades, these accounts have surfaced, been dismissed, and then repeated. Patterns this consistent don't lie. And what happened in there changed how I see all of this. If you're seeing echoes in different corners, don't call it coincidence. Call it confirmation. When allegations hit the internet, where are the labels that once pushed these artists? Nowhere. They go silent, cancel contracts quietly, and let PR teams mop up the mess, Osiris said. These deals aren't just about records, they're about control. Osiris becomes policy. It's not about protecting reputations, it's about protecting puppeteers. If the system avoids questions, you should start asking louder. Don't let corporate quiet kill accountability. Osiris described one moment that chilled fans. There was a room, just a room. Never gave details, but others have. A former bodyguard for a major mogul once said these parties included vices, coercion, and cameras. The room isn't just a metaphor, it's a method. Diddy's recent headlines vanish almost as fast as they appear. Private locations, no press, and loyalty enforced by silence. In that setting, stars become pawns and secrets become insurance. If you're being invited somewhere exclusive, ask what's really on the guest list. The next silence. The luxury isn't free, it's a trap. If this story has you questioning what happens behind fame's velvet ropes, share this video. Your voice might reach someone who needs to know they're not alone. Comment below. Do you think YK Osiris is hinting at a bigger, hidden system, more just clout chasing? And if you've ever seen signs of shady behavior being normalized in any industry, tell us. The more these stories get told, the harder they are to bury. Speak truth louder than power, because silence only protects predators. Notice something strange. One day, allegations. It's not just luck, it's leverage. Multiple outlets have quietly admitted they avoid running stories without direct legal pressure. Insiders whisper about NDAs sent before interviews even begin. Osiris hinted at this too. You can T-fight someone who owns the camera and the network. When the lens is controlled, so is the truth. Always ask who benefits from your silence. YK Osiris didn't just leave the spotlight, he left broken. He's openly discussed depression, confusion, and battling voices that weren't his own. "That's not just stress," he said. "That's spiritual warfare." Other artists echo this mental collapse fame, followed by isolation, luxury, followed by fear. What's sold as living the dream can be psychological sabotage in disguise. Not every mansion has peace inside. Protect your mental space more fiercely than your brand. No deal is worth your soul. They're told to stay quiet if they want to keep working. Osiris once posted, "Read your contract 3 times, then ask what's missing." Many young artists sign deals that sound like dreams but operate like cages. Royalties withheld, creative control stripped, personal life under surveillance. One leaked clause from a major label even gave rights to use likeness in perpetuity, public or private. That's not protection. It's not just about the music anymore. They own your image and your silence. They don't need your permission. Your signature is your sword. Use it wisely. Osiris said it plainly. "One day, I was everywhere. The next blacklisted. No public scandal, no arrest, just gone." In the industry, punishment doesn't come with press releases. It comes with ghosted calls, frozen budgets, and no tour bookings. And when someone asks why, the machine doesn't fire you, it deletes you. If absence feels strategic, it probably is. Watch who disappears after speaking up hits, not by accident. Osiris didn't name names, but his message cut deep. "I'd rather be broke and free than rich and owned," he posted during a blackout from the industry. He's not chasing relevance, he's reclaiming reality. But brave, this wasn't clout, it was catharsis. The moment he distanced himself, his interviews dried up and his followers dropped. But he also said, "Peace feels better than applause." That's not regret, that's revolution. Sometimes walking away is the loudest thing you can do. This isn't new, it's recycled. The same manipulative models Osiris warns about were reported in the 90s, OOs, and now, from young pop stars to hip-hop rookies, exploitation follows the same choreography. Isolate, praise, control, discard. One insider said, "We just swapped CDs for streams, the power stays the same." Without intervention, the next wave of talent walks the same tightrope. Silence lets history repeat. Teach the new generation to question everything. Break the cycle, relive it. Let's flip the question. What if YK Osiris isn't exaggerating at all? What if he's not bitter? When someone with nothing left to gain starts talking, it's often when they're finally free to tell the truth. Here's warnings line up with stories we've ignored for years. Others didn't shout, they whispered. But whispers stack hand eventually. They roar. Maybe the silence around Diddy isn't absence. Maybe it's fear. Believe the patterns before you're forced to explain them. From cryptic confessions to carefully veiled warnings, Osiris may have cracked open a door others kept shut. Not everyone will believe him, but enough already do. And sometimes, all it takes is one voice to trigger a landslide. If even half of what he's hinting at is true, the industry needs a reckoning. Watch who backs away and who steps forward. Next time, we'll explore what leaked court documents may finally confirm about music's most protected figures. Truth never stays buried forever. Not professional advice, cons. A qualified expert as needed.